Hello everyone. We have an update to get into regards to Quant once again, and shout out to our brother in community, Sebastian. He has some awesome stuff that we want to share with you guys. So this won't be a long video, but basically it's getting into the fundamentals of Coinbase, believe it or not, in QNT, and then literally sharing with you guys some key things in regards to what's being moved and whatnot. So something I want to just point out in that regard is what he has. So, he reshared this from Crypto Nerd. I'm going to give him a follow. Funny name. And you just got to see it for yourself. So, smash the like if you haven't done so already. Let's jump into it. And what do we have? It's this.
If managing your crypto feels like solving a puzzle, it's time to switch to Decent Wallet. So just a few taps, you can manage, track, and secure your crypto with unmatched ease. And here's the best part. Grab your Decent Wallet at a discounted price by using the referral link below. Don't miss out on making your crypto experience smoother and more secure.
Crypto Nerd states not that long ago, QNT, the monthly close he's been waiting for 4 years. Some of you guys, this is what you were looking for, right? Because you're getting impatient. For me, I'm extremely patient when it comes to Quant because I'm not trying to get involved in some get rich quick scheme, but I get it. A lot of people just kind of want to see references to 4 years. So Crypto Nerd, he states here that as you can clearly see that QNT has finally broke above the multi-year symmetrical triangle on the monthly time frame, which it has been forming for 4 years. Now, I don't really do this type of coverage, but I thought this was good. Only if you understand how strongly bullish this is. This is the reason you're noticing that huge buys are taking place and price is barely moving due to smart money manipulation. Now, we're going to show you some of that smart money here in a bit, but this will change now, and you will see the price blast past last all-time highs. 4-digit quant for this run. Yeah, that's incredible, right? Now look at this for a second. I'm going to blow this up. He gets into some of this stuff, and man, shout out to these guys, right? So you think this is valid? Well, that's a massive bull flag. I mean, I even know some of this basics, right? Again, 4 years. You see February, 2022, 2023, 2024, 2025. All right, that's interesting. Now, why is that interesting? Even Sebastian shares some key things. All right, so as we get further into it, this is from Sebastian. He took some pictures, screenshots, where you want to talk about exchange reserves, spot exchange. Okay, I mean, look what's going on in regards to this. I think it's definitely worth pointing out. So you got this whole thing of what you see here on the weekly, right? Then we get further into this. Again, exchange reserves. What about, here's something I want to share with you guys. It's called ChainStats Pro. I have the premium version of this. And this project is built on the XRPL. The reason why I'm sharing this with you guys is I want you to understand that when it comes to Sebastian, Mine Crypto, they do an excellent job giving you guys these reports. But how would you like to see the buy orders of some of this on certain exchanges, right? Like what kind of a platform do we have here that would give you, for example, what's represented on chain? Okay, so check this out. On this example, this is KuCoin, QNT with USDT, right? Tether. Now we see here on the 1-day chart, QNT, it looks kind of somewhat even. But on the bottom part, in regards to buyers versus sellers, seems like it's a little bit more in regards to sellers. Now, again, that's being represented with the whole thing of KuCoin, right? QNT with Tether. Now, check this out. If we change this, for example, to back to what Sebastian and Mine Crypto were talking about, look at how different this is, all right? Night and day difference, okay? So you see, for example, on the bottom right corner where it shows the buys, you see, for example, more buying of QNT than selling. See how it's tipped over on the bottom right of the screen? You see 1.1K QNT, like for example. It's not right in the dead center like you saw, for example, with KuCoin, right? And again, that's with Tether. So this one's QNT with the US dollar. Okay, buy volume. Again, more of that buy volume. And again, this is being represented on the 1 day, on the 24-hour chart. Okay, so 77.4 million in regards to volume. And, it lists all the key things like the current price, all that stuff. Even on the bottom right, when we get further into this, you see that the scale is more towards buyers versus sellers. All right. So interesting to see, again, some of this information, and if anything, we'll look at, like, for example, like the 15-minute and so on. So it looks almost, somewhat similar. It takes time for this kind of update. But whatever the case be, you see what's going on, right? And again, that's crucial for you can see that. All right. So again, ChainStats Pro. I wanted to kind of just share with you guys a little bit of, some of this difference because, man, that's a big difference because earlier we're talking about the whole thing of Coinbase. If you're interested in this, you can go over to ChainStats.pro. Again, this project is built on the XRPL. How cool is that? And again, do more of your own research, check it out. But as far as the pricing, here's what's available. Again, some of you guys, you want to know about, what is going in, what's going out. You want to be ahead of the game. So my current plan is I'm on this pro. I like it. And you see here, for example, it has basically, for the most part, similar to the basic, but way more features, right? Like, for example, increased number of tokens on chain intelligence, block explorer that's coming soon. But it won't be just, for example, Bitcoin net flows. You can see QNT net flows, Ripple XRP net flows, stable coin net flows. And just to give you guys an example real quick, let me share this with you. So there you go. If you will only follow like BTC, it's going to show you what's going on with that. Fear and greed index is now leaning towards greed. The other day we're at, like, neutral and so on. And you even see like stablecoin net flows, and they have a lot of support for a lot of our favorite coins and tokens, whereas XRP, obviously QNT, Stellar, Hedera, the ISO coins. Heck, even Jasmy, how cool is that, is part of the list. When we pull that up, for example, look at this. I'll share that with you. Yep, even Jasmine coin. So glad to see that type of support, and especially for something like this that you may have never heard about that's built on an XRPL. So again, just thought I'd share this with you guys. Let me know what you think. And yeah, check it out. ChainStats.pro. Have a look and see what's going on before most people get that info. Let's face it, stay ahead of the game. And if anything, stay ahead of it as it's happening, right? So you can even see liquidation, for example. So we went from spot exchanges, now we're going to derivatives, all right? Interesting to see that. And now you're starting to see a little bit more of what, like, Mind Crypto was talking about. The inflows, the outflows, again, QNT token. And you start adding some of this stuff up, it's interesting to see this. And look at this. Coinbase Prime, institutional crypto investing, integrated trading, and so on. Institutional crypto investing. I mean, like, what are they really referring to here? That's my main thing. I mean, it's interesting to see the terminology of institutional because, again, just getting into it on the surface, it's like, huh. Spot and derivative reserves are going down as well. I mean, that's the way I interpret it here. So I think this is big, and most of it, like Sebastian pointed out, is over the counter, but this is affecting the supply most definitely. And again, the wallet is actually named Coinbase Prime. This is an institutional buy. There's no doubt about it. We'll show you a little bit more about this, but again, your thoughts about this. I mean, do you agree, Channing, that with what Sebastian mentioned in regards to like institutional wallets and the institutions are moving this around? Your thoughts?
Especially with the amount, of course, I think that money follows money. And I believe that the institutional clients are now waking up to exactly what QNT is, understanding about Bitcoin and knowing about, the finite supply, and then understanding that, well, there's a token out there that's even less than Bitcoin and is doing what now? Their company is doing who? The future of money, the foundation for digital finance. Who's the CEO? He sits on what seats? Waking up to it. Hence the reason why it's been so many, those Coinbase, I believe 10 or whatever, those Coinbase Pro wallets stacking QNT and only QNT inside those wallets with no Ethereum, which means we don't plan on moving it anytime soon because I understand what this is and I understand what I'm buying, and I'm buying the future of money. So yeah, I can see that. I can definitely see, like I've said before, we have front run the institutions, and that's all institutions, not just the banks, but also your traditional institutional investors as well.
Yeah, I want you guys to see this firsthand. I mean, I agree with what both Channing and Sebastian are mentioning here, and just to kind of solidify this. I mean, this is great from Sebastian. I mean, give him a follow over at Sebas 949-474-734. He says Binance and Copper's QNT supply took a beating the last 2 days since Coinbase Prime drain started. What's he talking about? Well, I mean, look at this. It's like, yeah, something's going on here. It's like it's literally being drained, to say the least. I mean, and some people are like, oh, that's just a graph. All right, chart, graph, whatever. There's no denying this. There's no denying this at all. Let's blow this up a little bit more. Because when you get further into this, what do you see here? You see Coinbase Prime, just like Sebastian mentioned, 22,000 QNT on that. Then 7 minutes later, Copper, 22,000. I mean, you see what's going on here. I mean, it's not just Coinbase. I mean, these are large amounts of QNT. Something's going on here. What's the panic? Why all at once? Or in this span, 5 minutes, 7 minutes, 1 hour, another one an hour, 3 hours, then another 3 hour gap. But it's a consistent flow of Coinbase, Binance. Wow. And again, to pound home a little bit more, here's more from Coinbase. I mean, start adding all this up, everybody. I mean, this is a heck of a lot of QNT. All right, just a little bit more about this. Sebastian goes into detail. Another key finding: executing signed transactions and connecting Overledger with Coinbase. No problem, 0 lines of code. Right. And we showcased this before too. I love to see people like Sebastian and whoever else go through, the integrations. I think this one's probably Zapier or it might be Pipedream. It's not Make, but it doesn't matter. You see signed transactions with Overledger API on new transactions from Coinbase API. Maybe somebody over at Coinbase Prime realized, oh, this is a lot easier to sign these smart contracts. Maybe we'll just move a lot. I don't know. But whatever the case be, institutional movement. And again, look what you see. Execute signed transaction with Overledger API. Buy an order. Again, it's all there. Constant references to smart contracts, the execution of it, so on and so forth. That is my main thing. And I think, if anything, Sebastian recognizes that as well. But this was a quick video. Your closing thoughts in regards to this major movement of Copper, Binance, Coinbase, I mean, all the above. Your thoughts?
I feel like that the institutional players are lining themselves up, and Copper and Coinbase are supplying them with the rails they need to obtain the most important assets in this space of Web3 as far as your assets are concerned. There's over 2 point something million different cryptos out there, and it seems like the institutions are horning in on, the ones that actually matter. That's the reason why we now have all these ETFs being thrown around. Some mean, ones, yes, but I guess that's expected. But if you really see the actual ones that's really, taking precedent, it's your utility. It's your XRPs, it's your Hederas, it's your XLMs and so forth and so on. So yeah, I see that Coinbase and Copper are being smart and understanding I'm going to supply my clients with what they need, and I see they need this now, so I'm going to ensure that they have this so that they can participate the way they need to participate, being an institutional investor, because they play by different rules than us retail folks do, and they have different guidelines than us retail folks do. Some good and some bad. But those my closing thoughts. Like, institutions are lining themselves up to be profitable, just as profitable as some of the front runner, retail guys like ourselves. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we're definitely retail. I mean, sometimes we hope and dream that we can, be a, I guess you could say, a shark. Reality, most of us will never be a QNT whale. But anyway, we thought I'd bring it to you guys. There's no code word on this one. It's only 11 minutes. So, but we
That's the
do
best one
thank
for
you.
code words.
What's that?
That's the best one for code words.
With no code word?
No, I say that's the best one. Yeah, prime example. If you guys finish this, put in no code word.
All right. Well, no, you guys stuck around to the end. We do appreciate you guys. We'll see you on the next one.
Absolutely.